Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. I just want to say thanks for all the kind comments and the new subscribers. It's really nice. It's a little overwhelming, but it's really nice. I've been hearing y'all with your requests for me to listen to more Kendrick albums in full, as well as some other artists, and I'm going to get to those. I a lot of people said just do To Pimp a Butterfly or Damn, but there was also just a lot of requests that I just start with Section 80 and work my way through. I've already listened to Good Kid, Mad City in full, and I also did a Mr. Morale reaction. I had listened to Good Kid, Mad City in full like a really long time ago, and I listened to Mr. Morale here on the channel recently. So if you want to check that out, that'll be like a in the description, or you can just go to my channel. I don't have that many videos right now. Um, but yeah, so we're going to do section 80 today. And I'm finally able to put like timestamps and stuff in the description. So that's really cool. So that should make things easier for y'all who are maybe just looking to hear my thoughts on just a particular song or something. I'm going to try to get to all of the requests in a timely manner. But yeah, I work outside of, this whole YouTube thing. So, just I'll get to them when I can, but I will get to them. I'm also like, I saw a couple comments mentioning Patreon in terms of having to pause to get around copyright for some of this stuff. So I don't know if I should do that. I don't know if there's an interest for that. If there is, I don't know, let me know. We have Section 80. This was made in 2011. Wow. That was okay. So we're getting, this is really early Kendrick. Yeah, I guess let's get started. So the first two songs in this track, I don't know what happened with the recording. Like the audio's fine, but I'm also missing some of the audio and it's really glitchy. You can see this. So I'm going to include what I have from my final thoughts on Hol'up onward. The video and everything's fine. Like there's no issues. But yeah, I don't know what happened with these first two tracks. I kept as much of my, thoughts in there as I could, but yeah, and then you see with the video that it's doing all that glitchiness. That's exactly the problem that I'm having with the Good Kid, Mad City reaction. The audio's fine, but the video's like that, and like I don't think people want to watch that glitchy mess because it just, I don't know. Anyway, so sorry about the first two songs on this being kind of fucked up. I'm still figuring out this thing, this YouTube thing, still figuring out like all this technology and troubleshooting things. Like I could re-record it, but I'm just leaving it because it's the honest truth. Like it's messed up, and I'm, it's, when you put yourself out here like this to do this content creation thing and make these videos, the one of the scarier parts about it is all your failures are kind of public here. So anyway, that's part of the process, part of the journey. I guess it just comes with the content creation thing. So yeah, I'm just leaving it in there as is because that's just what happened. All right, first song we have is Fuck Your Ethnicity.
Gather round. I'm glad everybody came out tonight. As we stand on our neighborhood corner, know that this fire that's burning represents the passion you have. Listen. Keisha, Tammy, come up front. I recognize all of you. Every creed and color. With that being said, fuck your ethnicity. You understand that? We're gonna talk about a lot of shit that concerns you. Only you. If you don't give a fuck, throw your hands up high. Throw your hands up high.
fire burning inside my eyes. This the music that saved my life. Y'all be calling it hip-hop, I be calling it hypnotized. Yeah, hypnotized. Trap my body but free my mind. What the fuck are you fighting for? Ain't nobody go win at war. My details be retailed. Man, I got so much in store. Racism is still alive. Yellow tape and colored lines. Fuck that nigga, look at that line.
Okay, pausing for copyright reasons. I did get some copyright things with the last one, and a lot of you suggested I pause more often. Yeah, so we'll see how this does. I usually like to listen to the song in full first to kind of get an idea, because, you know, sometimes the meaning comes through right at the end, or you might start to think it's saying something, but with the context of the song as a whole, you get a different interpretation. So I'm at least going to do it for like a couple songs. I don't know if I can actually do it for every song just because it's just hard for me. It's not how I usually listen to music, but just some things that I'm noticing right off the bat. Pulling up the full lyrics. Obviously, you know, I don't care if you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic. Saying who you are is deeper than just your skin color, and you know, whether or not like I want to associate myself with you is also deeper than skin color, is what I'm getting at least. But I think that that's kind of like a pretty on like, you know, face value lyric. Like it's, I don't know if there's anything more underlining there. If there is, you can tell me. This music that saved my life, y'all be calling it hip hop, I be calling it hypnotize. Maybe it's in the sense of like he just gets like hypnotized by the music, like making the music hyper focused. So, you know, that keeps him out of trouble as much as it can. Maybe it's, you know, also like a double for like hypnosis therapy. My details be retail. Man, I got so much in store. I mean, that's just good wordplay. Retail, like a retail store. Racism is still alive. Yellow tape and colored lines. So yellow tape, I'm thinking like crime scene, you know, victims of violence, gang violence. Colored lines, you know, that could be like chalk outline stuff. It could also be like colored lines, maybe referring to like segregation. There's probably several more interpretations. And then look at that line, it's so diverse, I think is referring to the previous line, racism is still alive, yellow tape, and colored lines, with yellow and colored being, you know, very outdated ways of referring to, you know, people of color. So that's what I'm getting so far. We'll keep going. I'll rewind a little bit and we'll keep going.
Man, I got so much in store. Racism is still alive. Yellow tape and colored lines. Fuck that nigga, look at that line, it's so diverse. They getting off work and they wanna see Kendrick. Everybody can't drop Benzes and I've been there, so I'm making my business to give them my full attention. 10 hut, man, I gotta get my wind up. Man, I gotta get down with God, cause I got my sins up. Ooh. Matter of fact, don't mistake me for no fucking rapper. They sit backstage and hide behind them fucking cameras. I mosh pit, had a microphone, I tossed it. Had a brain, then I lost it. I'm out of my mind, so don't you mind how much the cost is. Penny for my thoughts, everybody please hold up your wallets. Yeah, man, I'm the mailman, can't you tell, man? Gon' postal, never freeze up when I approach you. That's starstruck and roast you, oh my. High power.
Reporting live from Planet Kermit Nation X. I saw Martin Luther King with an AK-47.
Now I don't give a fuck if you black, white, Asian, Hispanic, goddammit, that don't mean shit to me. Fuck your ethnicity, nigga.
I'm tired of y'all, cause everybody lied to y'all, and you believe it. Recognize them false achievements is treason, and I'm Tylenol. I knock out when you knock it off. Knock on the doors of opportunity, I'm too involved. I'm no activist, I'm no Einstein. Before calculus, I was kicking that math, dropping that science like an alchemist, and I be kicking that ass. Lyrically, I'm UFC. If a UFO had came for me, I'ma come back with the head of an alien. Don't alienate my dreams. Get it right, get a life. I got two. That's a metaphor for the big shit I do. Boy, TMI, TSA, man, I'm fly. Put wings on my back, that a plane or an angel. Both, like a pilot with a halo. Whoa, gross. I mean, I've seen so many teams come through them and hurt you. I'm just a messenger. Yeah, I know life's a bitch. Get the best of her, put them threes up. They notice that we up. High power and the people. And if they don't believe us, they'll die. Wizard.
Now I don't give a fuck if you black, white, Asian, Hispanic, goddammit, that don't mean shit to me. Fuck your ethnicity, nigga.
Okay, the little tick 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 that it was going in like panning, so that was really interesting to like feel on my ears. So there is a couple of lines that actually caught my attention, and I just get kind of wrapped up in the beat, and so I didn't really pause. But so obviously, like there's a lot of fun wordplay in here. I know he's really good with that. This clever little word associations, like penny for your thoughts, or out of my mind. Don't know how much the cost is. Penny for your thoughts. Everybody hold up your wallets, and then like the mailman going postal, all that stuff. But I saw Martin Luther King with an AK-47. That line's really interesting to me. I'm trying. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that was just like a bop of a song. I really liked the beat. He had good flow. As far as like lyrically, obviously, I don't think I'm really resonating with it, which is fine. Like, I'll probably still like play it every now and again. I like a lot of songs that I don't always, lyrically connect to. I feel like I would have liked this song a lot more when I was like in my early 20s. Yeah. So I think I'm just too old for this song. But I mean, it's a fun bop, like, but it's not causing any like real, I don't think, deep reflections in me. So the next song is called ADHD. And I'm curious because I have ADHD, so I'm curious about this song. So let's get into it.
Fuck that. 8 doobies to the face. Fuck that. 12 bottles in the case, nigga. Fuck that. 2 pills and a half weight, nigga. Fuck that. Got a high tolerance when your age don't exist. Man, I swear my nigga tripping off that shit again. Pick 'em up, then I sit 'em in cold water. Then I order someone to bring 'em Vicodin. Hope they take the pain away from the feeling that he feel today. You know when you're part of Section 8 and you feel like no one can relate. Cause you are a loner, marijuana and office make you stronger. I'm in the house party, tripping off my generation, sipping cough syrup, blankets, water. Never no pancakes in the kitchen, man. Not one of our lives is caught up in the daily superstition that the world is about the end. Gives a fuck, we never do listen unless it comes with an 808, a melody and some house, PlayStation and some drink. Technology bought my soul. Looking around and all I see is a big crowd that's product of me, and they probably relatives relevant for a rebel stream. Yep, her president is black, she black, purple label on her back, but that dab is like blue. She take it straight to the head, then she look at me, she got ADHD. 8 doobies to the face.
Okay, yeah. So like the first part, 8 doobies to the face. Most people should know what a doobie is, but it's like a joint. It's marijuana. 12 bottles in the case, 2 pills and half weight, high tolerance. Yeah, I mean, that is very ADHD. A lot of people with ADHD have some addiction issues, especially if they've been undiagnosed. They can sometimes cope that way. They're not realizing like that's what they're doing. They're self-medicating in a way. But also just with like ADHD, impulse control is difficult. There's some other things that I'm blanking on that lead to, it can lead to addiction with ADHD. I think that that's one of the reasons why my mom was addicted to drugs is that she was undiagnosed and started, when she was a teen and, in a way self-medicating. And she also had trauma that she was self-medicating for a bit. And there's a certain level of trauma that comes with poverty. So all of those things kind of influence substance abuse. My generation sipping cough syrup like it's water, never no pancakes in the kitchen. Man, not one of our lives is caught up in daily superstition that the world's about to end. Who gives a fuck? We never listen unless it comes with an 808. So that to me is a little bit like, how old is Kendrick? Let me figure this out. Okay, so he's 38, so he's like an elder millennial. And that kind of makes sense. I'm also a millennial. And it's funny how we kind of all think like every new generation's cooked. Like they're just. But at the same time, you can also understand, like we see this a little bit with Gen Z and like Gen Alpha. Why the fuck would I care about being a quote unquote mature adult, participant in status quo society when it feels like everything in the world is just falling apart, everything is ending. For my generation, it's been a lot of traumas after traumas, just from a generational standpoint between like 9/11 and how that just quickly changed everything for us. The housing market crash, student debt, COVID also, that affected the younger generations, I think, a little heavier. They're going to be feeling those effects for maybe the rest of their lives. I don't know. But I think that affected kind of every generation at that point. Not being able to buy a house, a lot of millennials having to move back in with parents, a lot of millennials struggling with substance abuse, especially the millennials and stuff who went and deployed in the wars post 9/11. The creeping of fascism and what seems to be full-blown fascism right now. Yeah, social media, the rapid advancement of technology, like it's so easy to just, and it's so understandable when you kind of just want to disengage from it all. And the way a lot of people, especially young people, especially people maybe who are neurodivergent or whatever, maybe in poverty, all these different sort of triggers that can put you on the path to using substances to cope. But yeah, I do remember my generation using like cough syrup for illicit purposes. And then who gives a fuck? We never do listen unless it comes with an 808. It's up to artists to sound the alarm sometimes because art kind of pierces through politics. It can pierce through socioeconomic class. It can pierce through race, religion, a lot of the times. And art is a great way to like get important messages out. But then also when you have art that is not dealing with important messaging, because we get so much from art, that can also be bad. I don't know. I feel like there's something there. I'm probably reading way too deep into some of these lyrics, but it's generating kind of thoughts in me right now. So yeah, we'll keep going and let's see where this goes.
Then she look at me, she got ADHD. 8 doobies to the face, fuck that. 12 bottles in the case, nigga, fuck that. 2 pills in the halfway, nigga, fuck that. Got a high tolerance when your age don't exist. Like whoa, 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 whoa.
Don't gotta limit, just give me some more with it. Don't gotta limit, just give me some more with it. They always tell me ADHD did it.
And then she started. Then she started feeling herself like no one else in this apartment. Beg your pardon, oh I rap, baby. How old are you? She say 22, I say 23. Okay, then we all crack babies. Damn, why you say that? She said, where my drink at? I'ma tell you later, just tell your neighbors and the police relax. I stood up, shut the blind, closed the screen, jumbotron, made to the back where she reside. Then she said, read between the lines, yep. Hope that I get close enough when the lights turn down. And the fact that she just might open up when the new folks start to drown. Her body and I know the both of us really deep in the mood now. It's nothing we can do now. Somebody walked in with a pound of that Bay Area Kush. She looked at me, then looked at it, then she grabbed it, then she said, get it understood. You know why we crack babies? Because we born in the 80s, that ADHD crazy. 8 doobies to the face, fuck God. 12 bottles in the case, nigga, fuck God. 2 pills in the halfway, nigga, fuck God. Got a high tolerance when your age don't exist. Like whoa, 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 whoa.
Don't got a limit, just give me some more credit. Don't got a limit, just give me some more credit. They always tell me ADHD.
You can have it, shine, give you the light. Double cup, deuce, 4, 6, chest, mix it in Sprite. Ecstasy, shrooms, blow, drone, hoes, whatever you like. You can have all my shine, I'll give you the light.
Okay, so yeah, the lines where he says, you know, we crack babies, what you mean, we crack babies because we born in the 80s. I think that is a reference to the fact that the US government strategically distributed crack cocaine into black neighborhoods to get them, you know, like addicted to it, to be able to justify arresting them, to just cause disruption in black communities, to prevent them, I assume, from, you know, political resistance or economic resistance. So, there's cascading effects generationally because of that. So yeah, I think this song is definitely deeper. Because I mean, it like you could easily just like not even hear the lyrics and just bop to it because of the beat and the way he's flowing and everything. It's so easy just to not hear it. But I think this song definitely has some deeper themes. Yeah, the song definitely has some deeper themes. I like that. That's my favorite one so far. I like that one. Next up, we have No Makeup, Her Vice featuring Colin Monroe.
I love the way you put it on your eyes. The roses on your face light up the sky. Those lips are colorful all of the time. And girl, that's fine, but I wanna know, do you mind? No makeup today. No makeup today. No makeup today. No makeup, girl, that's fine, but I wanna know, do you mind?
I know she about to ask me how she look. I tell her beautiful and how long it took for you to put it on. It was early in the morning. She resembled a model hot of a MacBook, concentrating on the way the eyeliner thickens. I stand behind her and try to figure her vision, her prettiness, the wittiness of colors on the skin tone, her complexion in a direction I've outgrown. Damn girl, why so much? You about to blow your cover when you cover up. Don't you know your imperfections is a wonderful blessing from heaven is where you got it from. I love your smile, you can do it without style. From your lips all the way to your eyebrows. It's the beauty in her, but when the makeup occur, I don't see it, all I see is a blur.
I love the way you put it on your eyes.
So yeah, this one seems to me like he's advocating for natural beauty, no makeup, and I like the sentiment, and I think, I think if we hear more, not just men, but just like powerful people in society today advocate for the same and actually do the same, maybe that could be something that happens, but it's really hard for a man to understand what it's like being a woman and having that pressure, especially at a young age. I'm definitely a lot more comfortable without makeup now that I'm in my 30s. I mean, I'm wearing makeup in this video, but I'm definitely more comfortable just like I'm going to go to the store without it or whatever. I don't care. But that's taken a lot of work on my end to be okay with. It's also taken, having a loving partner that reassures that he's still attracted to me without it. It's difficult. And I think on like the one hand, I think a lot of the newer generation's a little bit better at it, but then on the other hand, I second guess that immediate assumption because of the rampant amount of like fillers and plastic surgery. So then a girl can still be like, "Oh, I'm not wearing makeup," but it's like, "Well, now what do you have under your skin?" And I just I just wish women could feel more comfortable and secure, but that's really hard to do in a patriarchal society where it's like the worst thing a woman can be is unattractive. Or I mean, because you even see this in like cinema, the representation of women, who like aren't as attractive in leading roles or maybe on the older side. There's also this whole thing with like aging, which is something that I'm as a 34-year-old woman am currently struggling with, like trying to be comfortable with aging and still like loving myself. Like I'm trying not to, like I'm trying to actively like be okay with it because I want to age. I want to age gracefully because so many people in our lives die young and they don't, like aging should be considered a luxury. It should be considered, should be celebrated. And I think I see that a lot more with men. The whole like salt and pepper is like attractive, the laugh lines are attractive in men, and you see older men very often in like cinema and stuff as like these leading men. I mean, freaking Tom Cruise just did like Mission Impossible and he's like what approaching 70 or something. It's crazy. So it makes me, I want to see more of that for women. And it's on women too. Like it's not on men to just completely validate women in that regard. But a lot of men go so far as to disparage and bully and ridicule women or even dismiss her like opinions. And it's funny because like they'll dismiss your opinion if you're too attractive, but they'll also dismiss your opinion if they think you're ugly and they're not attracted to you. But it's also on women. Part of what patriarchy does to women is it pits us against each other. And so instead of being like a sisterhood, we see each other as like competitors for male validation. And I think we have to get better at that. And I think that's something that we do get better at as we get older, or at least that's been my experience. I mean, I know some older women who are not. Anyway, and I think the younger generations, like Gen Z, they're not great at it. Like there's still a lot of that in Gen Z, but I think that they're better at it than millennials were. But that's also could be skewed because it's comparing an outside perspective versus a lived experience. So take that opinion with a grain of salt. But yeah, like I appreciate Kendrick's sentiment and I agree, like I would love to feel more beautiful in my own skin without makeup. But then I also like makeup. Like sometimes I just like it. And I know there's a lot of other women who do. It's like almost like an artistic thing. So, but I do agree that we need to do better about not centering beauty when it comes to women. Like men say they don't want wealth to be centered for them, like how much money they have, um, or height, for example, maybe something that's less out of, less in their control, even though I think there's a little bit of lack of control when it comes to money, but there's more control than with height, obviously. So men understand it if you put it in those terms. And I think, sure, we should also do that too. But at least on social media, and I know social media isn't like a reflection necessarily of reality or of the dominant opinion among the sexes. Because, I mean, if somebody looks at social media, they can think all these horrible things about women in the same way you look at social media and you can think all these horrible things about men. Like, you need to get out there and talk to people and surround yourself with good people from both genders. But I do see a lot of the men who complain or act like it's like this huge deal, this big pervasive issue that's facing men with like women caring about their height or their salary. And they're saying, like I don't want to be boiled down to those two metrics. A lot of the men that kind of cry and whine about that on social media are also the same men that will only boil a woman down to her attractiveness and sometimes also her submissiveness. But it's, I don't know. I don't know how we solve this as a society, but I mean, I agree it's a problem, very complex issue. But I appreciate Kendrick for speaking on it because it is generating this sort of dialogue right now, which is one of the reasons why I just love music. It can just generate good dialogue about society and identity and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, let's keep going.
Lips all the way to your eyebrows. It's the beauty in her, but when the makeup occur, I don't see it. All I see is a blur. Blur.
You put it on your eyes. The roses on your face light up the sky. Those lips are colorful all of the time. And girl, that's fine, but I wanna know, do you mind? No makeup today. No makeup.
Sorry, I also just want to point out, I do like that he's saying, I love the makeup that you do, because sometimes women do just put on makeup for themselves, and it's nice that he can acknowledge that, but maybe there's like a concern that self-esteem is coming from makeup. And I think when that happens, then maybe, yeah, it could be an issue in the same way that like using filters on everything can be an issue because those things can cause, a little bit of like body dysmorphia and stuff. So I do like that he's saying, I like it. I love that you love it. You look beautiful. You do a great job. But also, like, you are more than your makeup. You're still beautiful without it. And I hope that, you still love yourself without it, is the message that I'm getting, which I do think is good. So I just wanted to say I'm not, like, overlooking that fact that he's saying that.
Today. No makeup today. No makeup today. No makeup, that's fine. But I wanna know, do you mind?
I know she about to ask me how she look. I tell her beautiful and how long it took for you to put it on. It was early in the morning. She resembled a model out of a MacBook.
Concentrating on the way my
Line
eyeliner
of thickens,
He stand behind me and try to
figure her vision.
My prettiness, the wittiness of colors on my skin tone. My complexion in a direction
And I've outgrown.
I feel like it's not enough. I can never put on too much makeup. Yeah, I know.
your imperfections.
I be constantly stressing. From him is where I get it from. They tell me I need
A
to
smile,
at least once in a while. I hate my lips, my nose, my
eyebrows.
It's the beauty in me, but what he don't see is that I had a black eye.
To be continued, 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, and you ain't gotta get drunk to have fun. You ain't gotta get drunk to have fun. And you ain't gotta get drunk to have fun. You ain't gotta get drunk to have fun.
I love the way you put it on your eyes. The roses on your face light up the sky. Those lips that on your face all of the time. And girl, that's fine.
You ain't gotta
But
get
I
drunk to
wanna
have
know
fun.
you mine. No makeup today. No makeup today. Today. No makeup today. No makeup. And girl, that's fine. But I wanna know, do you mind?
See, this is one of the reasons why I really like to listen to songs in full before I like just start speaking my thoughts, because like after that bit where who was the girl? Yeah, I didn't think that was, yeah, I thought that was the guy singing the chorus, but I don't know who the girl's not credited, at least not that I can see on Spotify. But yeah, when she comes in and she starts singing, the reason I put it on, it's because of him. And there's abuse. She's using makeup to cover the abuse, the physical abuse, which you can infer then that there's some emotional abuse. And now I'm taking this song as almost like, hey, men, like Kendrick saying, hey, like to his fellow men, stop being so flippant about why women wear makeup when we are a huge part of the reason why they do. And I mean, it does get to the point where there's a lot of men nowadays who like don't even understand what a woman looks like without makeup or without filters or without plastic surgery. And then they think a natural woman is just disgusting. Disgusting! I mean, and when you have young, impressionable girls on social media, which I don't like as a parent, I don't think your child should be on social media. Your teen should be on social media. I don't let my teenage son, if he's not on social media, I won't allow it. I don't care if all of his friends have it. It's not healthy, and it's impossible as a parent to truly monitor every aspect of your kid's social media life. So that's just my perspective. Like, I don't judge parents who do. I do, hear their arguments, and their kids really want it because all their friends have it. But that's just my personal, just like parental, like line in the sand. No, because there are, 13, 14, 15-year-old girls on social media. They see those comments, even if they're not directed at them, they see them and they internalize them. So I don't know. Now I'm like, that little bit, it just made the song kind of almost shift for me a bit on what he's saying. I don't know. And then just smile, men saying, I mean, I think every woman has experienced this at least once, but most of the time it's multiple times in their lives, being told, oh, you just need to smile. You look prettier when you smile. Like, bitch. Sometimes I don't want to smile. Sometimes I'm in a bad mood. Sometimes I'm sad. It's literally not my job to walk around, making you feel comfortable and happy because I'm smiling. Like, fucking don't talk to me. I don't know. Because I mean, I remember times like I've been in the store and I'm like going through some like real deep shit, like trauma shit, horrible shit. And a man will be like, oh, you should just smile, and be like, bitch, you don't know what the fuck, where I came from. Like I'm just coming from the hospital. So yeah, like mind your business. Don't tell people what to do with their face. Yeah, this song, I like it because it's definitely making me think. And it's very impressive. This is his first album. He's in his early 20s at this point. Very, very talented. Yeah, I like this song. It's getting my gears turning, so I like it. Next up, we have Tammy's song, Her Evils. Very futuristic, interesting sounds.
Don't judge me.
I know this girl, she a real good girl, and she be low-key looking like a star, with a real nice car, a Mercedes key, and she got a nigga, and she love this nigga. Well, at least I think every time we bark, she pays no mind. In the middle of the street, she be like, fuck them other niggas, cause I'm down for my nigga. Fuck them other niggas, cause I'm down for my nigga. Fuck them other niggas, I ride for my nigga, I die for my nigga. Fuck them other. Until one day, he wasn't acting right. In the middle of the night, she checked his phone, Erica, right? When he played the fifth, man, it was on. Matter of fact, she gone. Matter of fact, Tyrone was on speed dial. So when she got home, it was going down. She go, fuck that other nigga when she tired of her nigga. Fuck that other nigga when she tired of her nigga. Fuck that other.
I like how the fuck changes. So clever. Obviously, he's cheating. I mean, you know what they say, the best way to get over someone is to get under someone.
Nigga when she tired of her nigga, sick of lies from her nigga. Fuck that other. I know this girl, she a real hood girl, and she with the shit, keep her hair tied up. Big bamboos, Mike Jordan kicks with that big butt. But when I try holla, she gon' resist, and her man she trusts. So when I walk by her, she be screaming this, she be like, fuck them other niggas, cause I'm down for my nigga. Fuck them other niggas, cause I'm down for my nigga. Fuck them other niggas, I ride for my nigga, I die for my nigga. Fuck the mother. Until one day, he wasn't acting right. In the middle of the night, she checked his pockets, found condoms by Magnum. In the moment they was acknowledged, she popped his side, then ran outside, then started driving on the passenger side. Homeboy was smiling, she go, fuck that other nigga when she tired of her nigga. Fuck that other nigga when she tired of her nigga. Fuck that other nigga when she tired of her nigga. Sick of lies from her nigga. Fuck that other. And so these girls, these vulnerable girls, took they men that put them in their world, they vulnerable world. And just like that, it was on again, got they feelings hurt. Tell me how that sound, they got fed up with the biggest question mark. They curious now, cause when women get sick of men, they think of a big helping hand to lend each other, uncover emotions when lights dim. So when she telling her to come over, it'll be alright. The minute she hit the block and turn left, she be turning dyke. They go, fuck with other bitches when they tired of these niggas. Fuck with other bitches when they tired of these niggas. Fuck with other bitches on the side of these niggas. Tammy song.
I mean, I can see it. Like, if you get burned by enough men, you might just decide to go say, well, let me check out women. Although I do think lesbians have the highest, like, divorce rate, if I'm correct. But I understand, because like I've said, if me and my partner don't work out, something happens, I'm done. So I get the sentiment. It's funny. I think it's just a fun song of how the cycle of, cheating and betrayal, and sometimes the not so healthy ways of coping with that. The next song is Chapter 6.
want to do is have a good time. Young, wild, and reckless is how we live life. Pray that we make it to 21. Oh, we make it to 21. Riding with the boys and girls and we're high. All we want to do is have a good time. Young, wild, and reckless is how we live life. Pray that we make it to 21. Oh, we make it to 21.
I'm glad we was able to talk about her vice and her evils. There's an even more important topic I'd like to discuss. The dysfunctional bastards of the Ronald Reagan era. Young men that learn to do everything spiteful. This is your generation. Live fast and die young. Who's willing to explain this story?
Riding with the boys and girls and we're high. All we want to do is have a good time. Young, wild, and reckless is how we live life. Pray that we make it to 21. Oh, we make it to 21. Riding with the boys and girls and we're high. All we want to do is have a good time. Young, wild, and reckless is how we live life. Pray that we make it to 20.
Yeah, you know, and especially in like a place like Compton, but it's in like a lot of places there's like a lot of violence, there's a lot of drug use. So making it to 21 can definitely seem like a huge accomplishment. I remember in the movie Freedom Writers, there's a line essentially like, it's a miracle or it's like a huge victory or something like that if we make it to graduation, if we make it to 18. So I think it's just, more of that same sentiment of what it's like to grow up in really tough, hard neighborhoods and situations like that. It's also bringing in the sort of spoken word, like you think, guy sitting in front of a fire. I'm picturing like a street fire, like, in a barrel kind of thing. I'm picturing like the movie Rent, the fire in like the little barrel, kind of sitting over there, talking. So I'm assuming like it's almost like an interlude type of thing. And I'm wondering, is that somebody that like came in and recorded, or is that like, because it sounds to me maybe it's like a sample of something, like maybe a show, a movie, or another artist. So if it is, let me know, because I don't see any credit to that, so I don't know. And I know Kendrick, at least like from what I've heard, he uses like samples and stuff like that. So to me, I think that's a sample. I just don't know what it's from. So this next song is called Ronald Reagan Era. Very curious about this song, and it was also just mentioned in this like chapter 6 kind of interlude type thing. The guy mentions, I want to hear somebody talk about like Ronald Reagan era type shit. So I guess Kendrick is taking it upon himself to grant that request. So I am curious to hear this song.
We're far from good, not good from far. 90 miles per hour down Compton Boulevard, with the top down screaming we don't give a fuck. Drink my 40 ounce of freedom while I roll my blunt, cause the kids just ain't alright.
Oh shit, nigga! Something about to happen. Nigga, this sound like 30 keys under the Compton court building. Hope the dogs don't smell it.
Whoa,
welcome to Vigilante. 80, so don't you ask me. I'm hungry, my body's antsy. I rip through your fucking pantry, peeling off like a Zanny. Examine my orchestra. Granny said when I'm old enough, I'll be sure to be all I can be. You niggas Marcus can't be. Washed up, pussy fix your panties. I'm Mr. Marcus, you getting fucked. You ain't heard nothing harder since daddy came. Take it in vain, Vicodins couldn't ease the pain. Lightning bolts hit your body, you thought it rained. Not a cloud in sight, just the shit that I write. Strong enough to stand in front of a traveling freight train. Are you trained? Too gorgeous, Dracula tracking the record industry by my fangs. AK clips, money clips, and gold chains. You walking around with a P90 like it's the 90s. Bullet to your temple, your homicide to remind me that Compton crib niggas ain't none to fuck with. Bompton Pyrus ain't none to fuck with. Compton essays ain't none to fuck with. But they fuck with me, and bitch I love it.
California dungeons. California dungeons.
Let's hit the county building, gotta cash my check. Spin it.
Before he gets into the second verse, I wanted to pause and talk. 30 keys under Compton Court building. Hope dogs don't smell it. I'm guessing that's like the keys, maybe like jail keys, the jailer, and that's under, maybe the jails are under the Compton Court building. I don't know. Hope the dogs don't smell it. You know, they have drugs on them. And then, so Ronald Reagan era, and he's got a lot of lines here about drugs. And so Ronald Reagan is famous for his whole failed war on drugs that we are still feeling the consequences of today. It's really only served to really empower the cartels, and Americans still do drugs. We still have rampant substance abuse in America. And the DARE program had inadvertent consequences. I mean, I think it almost made teens want to try drugs, and that's where the whole just say no comes from, is from Ronald Reagan. So I'm assuming, he's highlighting a bit of that. You walk, AK clips, money clips, gold chains, walk around with a P90 like it's the 90s. I do know a P90 is a gun. Is it a SIG gun? No, it's not. I'm thinking like P365 or whatever. Oh, it's a law enforcement gun. Military grade gun. I mean, I guess most guns should be like military grade, but it's okay. All right, we're going to keep listening. Getting sidetracked with guns. So P90 is a gun. So, and I'm assuming, I know Compton Crips are a gang. I'm guessing these are all gangs that he's referring to within Compton. And he's essentially saying, he's cool with all of them. He's not affiliated with any one gang, but they're all cool with him. Which is probably like the best place you could be growing up in a place like Compton, is to be cool with all the gangs, but not be directly affiliated with all the gangs. So let's keep going.
Let's hit the county building, gotta cash my check. Spin it all on a 40 ounce to the neck. And in retrospect, I remember December being the hottest. Squad cars, neighborhood wars, and stolen monsters. I tell you motherfuckers that life is full of hydraulics. Up and down, get a 6-4, better know how to drive it. I'm driving on E with no license or registration. Heart racing, racing past Johnny because he's racist. 1987, the children of Ronald Reagan break the leaves off your front porch with a machine blowtorch. He blowing no stress, hoping that ease the stress. He copping some blow, hoping that it can stretch. Newborn massacre, hopping out the passenger with calendars, cause your day coming. Run him down and then he gun him down. I'm hoping that you fast enough. Even the legs of Michael Johnson don't mean nothing, because Compton crib niggas ain't nothing to fuck with. Bompton Pyrus ain't nothing to fuck with. Compton essays ain't nothing to fuck with. But they fuck with me, and bitch I love it.
Yeah, okay, so this verse, talking about the violence and, stuff in his, in the crime in his area, but heart beating fast, driving by racists. I think that's understandable why your heart would be beating fast. Newborn massacre, hopping out the passenger with calendars. Newborn massacre. So the song is called Ronald Reagan Era, and I think it was during Ronald Reagan's administration, the Libya bombing. That was notable because it killed a newborn. I think just one newborn. But he also could be referring to the way in which Ronald Reagan's policies and, his war on drugs and different things like that. He also was president during like the AIDS epidemic. How, that likely had repercussions, that cost newborns their lives from one reason or another. So maybe he's referring to that. I'm not sure. Could be both. And there's a lot of names that he's mentioned, like in the first verse, Marcus Camby, and like in this one, Michael Johnson. I don't know who these people are, so you can let me know in the comments. I'm not familiar with those names. I mean, I can Google it after the song. Actually, I'll just Google it now. Okay, so one's a basketball player and one is a sprinter. And then I also wanted to double check my idea with the Libya bombing, because I wanted to make sure that is coming out of Ronald Reagan's administration. And in doing that, it says the attack was designed to halt Muammar Gaddafi's ability to export terrorism, which makes me think that maybe that newborn line is about this, because when I was looking up the stuff about the guns, the P90, it said the P90 was used in the Libyan civil war. Where did it say that? In 2011, P90s were used by Muammar Gaddafi's military forces in the 2011 Libyan civil war. So maybe those things are connected. I mean, honestly, just the fact that Kendrick's music has me, thinking about these connections is a testament in and of itself, even if it's not what it's about. But because I mean, he could have there's so many different types of guns. He could have referenced any type of gun, but to reference that gun, and then he's talking about newborn massacre, and the song is called Ronald Reagan Era. It really makes me think that, he's just really he's alluding to that without saying it outright, which, is a skill in of itself. So yeah, I like this song.
The essays ain't none to fuck with, but they fuck with me, and bitch, I love it.
California dungeons. California dungeons.
Can't detour when you at war with your city. Why run for it? Just ride with me, just die with me. That gun store right there. When you fight, don't fight fair, cause you'll never win.
Right, I had the yapper and I tore they ass up.
Can't detour when you at war with your city. Why run for it? Just ride with me, just die with me. That gun store right there. When you fight, don't fight fair, cause you'll never win. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My nigga, you niggas don't understand, my nigga. I'm off a pill and Remy Red, my nigga. Trippin', my nigga.
Yeah, first off, song's over. I like the song a lot. In this last little bit, he says, Can't detour when you at war with your city. Why run for it? Right? Why run for it? Not from it, for it. Which makes me think political office. Like maybe he's insinuating that you can't beat the system from within, which alludes to, I think it's Audre Lorde's, I'm gonna mess the quote up, I feel like, but it's like master's tools, the master's house. Like you can't dismantle the master's house using the master's tool. I'm butchering that quote. It's the same idea. It requires something more radical, maybe is what he's getting at. You know, the gun store's right there. When you fight, don't fight fair because you'll never win. You can't fight the game playing the game. Like you can't fight them while playing their game. It's their game is maybe what the sort of idea that I'm getting from this. Like they're going to fight dirty. You got to fight dirty. Yeah, I like this song. It's really catchy. Like you get to like the chorus and it's just like the beat's really good. And so it could be really easy to like let the lyrics just kind of go over you, which I do like songs like that. I like songs that if you're not attentively listening to the lyrics, you're still having a good time. But then when you like do it, like pay attention to the lyrics, you're like, whoa, this is saying some shit. I do like that a lot. So yeah, this is a good song. I like this one. Next song we have is Po Man's Dreams, His Vice. So we had Her Vice previously with No Makeup. So we have Po Man's Dreams, His Vice, featuring GLC.
Smoke good, eat good, live good. Smoke good, eat good, live good. Smoke good, eat good, live good. Smoke good, eat good, live good, live good. I used to want to see the penitentiary way after elementary. Thought it was cool to look the judge in the face when he sentenced me. Since my uncles was institutionalized, my intuition had said I was suited for family ties. My mom is stressing, my daddy tired. I need me a weapon, these niggas ride every minute, hour and second. Ministers tried to save me, how I'm gonna listen when I don't even hear God? Heaven or hell, base it all on my instincts. My hands dirty, you worried about mud in your sink. You like to mistake a street nigga for real nigga. That same nigga that killed with you, squeal with you. I deal with you like my son, stare at the sun, and you'll be looking in my eyes, homie. Stand for something to fall for anything, and you working with 2 left feet at the skating rink. But anyway, this for my niggas, uncles, 23 hours sending me pictures. I want you to know that I'm so determined to blow that you hear the music I wrote, hope it gets you off death row. You came home to a pocket full of stones, a Metro PC phone, then you went back in. So when I touch the pen is in my view. I'ma get it right, just so you smoke good, eat good, live good. 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 Smoke good, eat good, live good.
And I do this for the city. Got some Hennessy and my real niggas with me. Fuck the police, they gon' have to come and get me. If it feel good to you, holler if you hit me.
You like to mistake a street nigga for real nigga. The same nigga that killed with you, squeal with you. I like to start it out from the bottom and build with you. Be on my last dollar and split the bill with ya. I'm 23 with morals and plans of living cordial. Not rich but wealthy, there's nothing you can tell me. My killings are not remorseful. The city got my back, and for that I give them my torso. You think about it, and don't call me lyrical, cause really I'm just a nigga that's evil and spiritual. I know some rappers using big words to make they similes curve. My simplest shit be more pivotal. I penetrate the hearts of good kids and criminals, worrisome individuals that live life critical. So won't you bear witness while I bear feet, so you can walk in my shoes and get to know me. But anyway, this for my pops, on this lunch break, eating in that parking lot. I wanna be heard, probably thought he worked my nerves, but really he was stressing me getting what I deserve. nobody said my name on the radio. He ain't know I was ready for the world that minute. So the next time he roll up and drop grams in it, he probably be out of work, laid back while he smoke good, eat good, live good. 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 Smoke good, eat good, live good.
And I do this for the city. Got some Hennessy and my real niggas with me. Fuck the police, they gon' have to come and get me. If it feel good to you, holler if you hit me. Church is definitely on the move, and now we done took it up to the cathedral, cause the ism is enormous, you know what I'm talking about? We out here rotating under the 5 P's, proper preparation prevents poor performance, you know what I'm talking about? Doing my thing as I'm rotating with my speakers thumping from the Windy City streets all the way out here to the streets of Compton. You know what I'm talking about? Church is definitely on the move, and we gonna continue to hustle and grow and develop by far as I rotate with my true player partner by the name of Kendrick Lamar, you know what I'm talking about? This is the ism, this is the vision, you know what I'm talking about? Gotta get up off your ass and get it, man. That's the only way your pocket's gonna expand. I tell you every day, you know what I'm talking about? Apply yourself to supply your wealth. Only limitations you'll ever have is those that you place upon yourself. Church is definitely on the move, you know what I'm talking about? Exercise your wisdom. It don't depend on no one else. Cathedral, church, ism.
I really like that one. I feel like that one has a lot of depth to it. And I feel so silly. I just, like, halfway through the song, I realized man's dreams, like poor man's dreams. So I felt really silly. I was like, Poe, like Edgar Allan Poe. But, I'm white. So, yeah, okay. I used to want to see the penitentiary way after elementary. You know how when you grow up in a certain environment, sometimes you can idolize some of the more harmful, not so great things about that environment, and it takes growth and maturity to realize that's not the best way. Or in this case, his uncle being institutionalized, made it kind of realize. So, I mean, I relate to that. My parents being addicts was, one of the reasons I don't do drugs, because it's just, I've seen the damage it does, and to me it's just not worth it. But I also can understand the depth of the pain that would cause somebody to go turn to drugs. I've been there. I've had some trauma in my life where I've definitely been like, oh yeah, if somebody offered me something right now, I might not say no. So I get it. It's not a judgment. It's just, when you are affected by it, it just becomes easier to say no. So I think in the same way with like crime, violence, gang violence stuff, Kendrick being directly affected by it probably influenced that like cognitive change of like, yeah, no, that's not the way. Ministers try to save me. How am I going to listen when I don't even hear God? Heaven or hell, all based on my instincts. Yeah, I mean, when you're in like the shit, it can really feel like, where is God? Why is God letting something like this happen? How can I even make room for that? Like I've got so much other shit that I'm just like, I'm in survival mode. When you're in survival mode, sometimes it's harder to be more. I mean, sometimes you become spiritual, but sometimes it can push you away from spirituality. So, but he's working, he's doing this rap thing because, again, smoke good, eat good, live good. I want to break the cycle. I want to turn it around for my family, for my loved ones. You like to mistake a street dude for a real dude, the same dude that will kill with ya, will squill with ya. So don't do crimes with people, because at the end of the day, they are going to cover their own ass. It's really rare to find someone who would not try to save themselves in a situation like that. And don't call me lyrical. Sorry, Kendrick, I am going to call you lyrical because I think you're a great lyricist. But his whole idea of saying, like, I know some rappers use big words to make their similes curve. My simplest shit be more pivotal. Like, that's so true. And I see this a lot in like academia. get like if you read academic papers, if you've ever read academic papers, it can be incredibly verbose, and you're like, "What are you saying?" And I feel like a lot of that is to compensate for the fact that they're not really saying anything. I think it's really critical. Like you do have to adapt a certain like verbiage in academia and a certain way of like writing, but some of it gets just really extreme to where you don't even know what they're saying. And so it does take a special skill to be able to get a message across concisely and that multiple people can understand from all different, backgrounds and education levels. It's like I can't remember who said it, but there was a saying of like a real master at, something can explain their craft, their expertise in a way that like a child could understand. And I think it's really, really important to be able to do. It's a really important skill to be able to have. And I think because it's like 60 something percent or 70 something percent of Americans right now read below a sixth grade reading level. So you have to be able to talk to people in a way that they can understand. And oftentimes that lack of reading comprehension gets exploited in politics. It can make you think somebody's saying a whole lot of something that they're not. So craft, if you want to like, and this is the problem a lot with academics sometimes, not DJ academics, like academia, that it's hard. They have a hard time. They can connect well and speak well and understand each other, but sometimes they like a lot. And this isn't for all academics. I mean, there's some professors that I've had that are not like this at all. But I've seen it happen a lot, and I've read a lot that's like that, where this is like what they're saying isn't acceptable to the wider population. And sometimes it's not meant to be, but sometimes then academics can get like a little like, why don't people see this? Why don't people get this? Why don't people know this or understand this? It's in the paper. It's if they just read. And it's like, if the material that this information's in is not accessible to read to the general population, meaning at a sixth grade level or below, you can't be mad at them for not knowing. That's why we need better education in this country. Like reading programs, Dolly Parton's reading program, like we need more of that shit. Because it's a real problem, and it's having serious consequences in our politics right now. So yeah, I like him saying that is so important, and it is so necessary. Like you don't have to be overly verbose and academic in your vocabulary to get your point across. But also, if somebody says a word and you don't know what it means, like don't just be like, I don't know what that means. Disregard the message. No, like look it up, learn some new words. There has to be also a willingness or a desire to learn about new things. And then the line, church is definitely on the move. And now we done took it up to the cathedral because the ism is enormous. So many isms out there. It could be racism, sexism, narcissism. I can't think of any other isms right now, but we out here rotating under the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. This is something my partner always says. He was a Marine, and it was something that was always said to him in the Marine Corps. So I've heard that saying a lot. Church is definitely on the move, and gonna continue to hustle and grow. So church is on the move. I feel like that could be interpreted a few ways, like maybe churches in their area are maybe experiencing an increase in membership, or maybe they're talking about like rap and music being like church. Like we've got a message for the people, We are the church, out here in the streets, out here in the music. Or it could be churches on the move, like the church is shifting. Like maybe it's shifting into something negative, and so now they feel the need to get a message out. It could mean a lot of things. It could be good or bad. It's definitely open, I feel like, to interpretation, of course, which I love. So let me know how you interpret that line. Because it says it a few times, and maybe each time is a different context too. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. Because I mean, I'm not sure. I have ideas, but nothing that I feel very concrete about. And then I just love the message. Your only limitation is yourself. Exercise your ism. Maybe that is like optimism. I think it's intentionally left vague so it can kind of almost be interpreted however you need it to be, whatever your circumstances are. So yeah, I like that one. The next one is chapter 10. This feels like a very jazzy drum beat with synthy electronica.
In time, you'll learn this is about you. In time, you'll learn this is about you. In time, you'll learn this is about
Babies from 80s don't know no better. Don't nothing go better with ignorance but the belligerent kids that we living with. Some of them masculine, some of them feminine. Remember the universe used to be innocent. Now they just look at us crazy like immigrants. Every day that I wake up, I'm a sin again. I'm not a citizen, I'm just a nigga from Section 80.
Show of hands, how many been taking notes? Good. Leave everything on the table now. Vulnerability. This is your generation. Show your pain.
So it was like another little interlude. It also had the same guy kind of talking over the fire. And here, now they just look at us crazy like immigrants. Every day I wake up, I'm a sin again. I'm not a citizen. I'm just a dude from Section 80. So I think this was one of the issues, at least that I saw dialogue on social media of, Black people, Black communities understand the sort of plight, the ostracization, the targeted hate and policing of immigrants. And they knew that was, a lot of them knew that was coming with the Trump administration. And I saw a lot on social media of Black people saying to Hispanic Trump voters, hey, we tried to warn you, you didn't believe us. And I know this was written before Trump and everything, so I know that's not what he's talking about, but I'm, listening to it and I'm hearing that in this context. But I mean, I do think that Black communities understand the plight of immigrants in this country better than most demographics would. And so, you would hope that there'd be unity. And I think in a lot of cases there are, in most cases there are, but in some places, in some political affiliations, there isn't. And I find that interesting. You could hypothesize of all the reasons why, and maybe I will some other video, but yeah, I can see how, a Black person in this country could feel like that they're not really a citizen because their experience is often so radically different from white people. Even if you aren't growing up in a place like Compton, the Black experience is still usually pretty different for a lot of Black Americans in this country. So the next song is Keisha's song, Her Pain, featuring
Fancy girls on Long Beach Boulevard, flagging down all of these flashy cars.
And Lord knows she's beautiful. Lord knows the usuals, leaving her body sore. She take the little change she make to fix her nail cuticles. Lipstick is suitable to make you fiend for more. She play Mr. Shakur, that's her favorite rapper. Bumping Brenda's got a baby while a pervert yelling at her. And she capture features of a woman, but only 17, the 7 cars start honking. She start running like Flojo. Don't care if they Joe Blow, if they got money to blow. A blowjob is a sure go. And sure enough, don't see a dime of dirty dollars. Just give it all to her daddy, but she don't know her father. That's ironic, see a block away from Ludus Park. I seen the El Camino parked, and in her heart she hated there, but in her mind she made it where nothing really matters. So she hit the back seat. Rosa Parks never a factor when she making ends meet.
Fancy girls on Long Beach Boulevard.
Yeah, this is heavy already. Pervert yelling at her. She captures the features of a woman, but only 17 and 7 cars honking. Like, that is so true. For me, as a woman, I got catcalled more at 13. Speaking of cats, I say catcalled, and my cat literally just like walks in. I got catcalled more at the age of 13 than I did in my late 20s and my 30s, the age I am right now. I mean, which I'm happy to not be like catcalled anymore, but it's just, I think it just shows like how fucked up that is. And I know I'm not the only woman who's experienced that. I've talked to other women who have said they have similar experiences. They were catcalled more when they were minors, when they were like 14, 15, whatever, and more than they did when they were like fully grown adult women. And it's just so gross. It's so gross to think about. I mean, you shouldn't catcall anybody, but the fact that like young minor girls are getting catcalled more than, grown adult women, it definitely says something about like the men who catcall, and it's not good. So if you're a man watching this and you catcall women, fucking stop. And if you are a man watching this and you have friends that catcall women, call them out. Please. Thank you. So, I mean, I'm getting the vibe that, she's selling her body, and the, Rosa Parks never a factor when she making ends meet. Like, yeah, like you can have all of these idols, these role models, positive role models to look up to in like history or in pop culture, but like if you're in day-to-day survival mode where, you've got to put food on the table, you've got to pay rent, etc., etc., it's easy to be morally righteous when your bills are paid and your plate is full.
It's me.
Fancy girls on Long Beach Boulevard, flagging down all of these flashy cars.
And Lord knows she's beautiful. Lord knows the usuals, leaving her body sore. Her anatomy is God's temple, and it's quite simple. Her castle is about to be destroyed. She's always paranoid, watching the law inside the streets, undercovers and dummies that look like decoys. Remember Sergeant let her slide, said if he seen what's between her thighs, he'd compromise. To no surprise, she took the ultimatum round the alleyway and gave him a warm welcome that felt him right below the navel. Though he was wired up like a pair of jumping cables, his eyes was closed shut. Prior charges he had waved him. It was a block away from Ludus Park. I seen a squad car parked, and in her heart she hated there, but in her mind she made it where nothing really mattered. So she hit the backseat, cause Rosa Parks never a factor when she topping off police.
Fancy girls on Long Beach Boulevard.
Yeah, and that's such a big problem. We have police exploiting and assaulting women. Like that's sexual assault. It's under coercion, and there's a power dynamic there. It just makes me so sad. Her anatomy is God's temple. Like, I love that line because, I mean, yeah, like women, we create life. I mean, yes, men help, but I mean, our bodies like literally grow it and birth it into this world. And I just, sometimes I was just not given enough credit, or like not enough, it's not treated as sacred enough as it should be. And that's not to say like this whole idea of like virginity, purity culture either, but when it's coerced, when it's forced, and like economic coercion exists. That's why like I'm pro legalizing prostitution, but only under the circumstances that we also like mandate a livable wage, that we make sure, people are economically stable, because like if a woman wants to do that because she genuinely feels empowered by it and she's a consenting adult, whatever, but consenting is the big thing, and economic coercion is not consent. So that's my just personal take. I know people disagree, but yeah, this story makes me sad.
Fancy girls on Long Beach Boulevard, flagging down all of these flashy cars.
And Lord knows she's beautiful. Lord knows the usual's leaving her body sore. As she busts down like a 12 bunk on tour, she suddenly realized she'll never escape the allure of the black man, white man, needing satisfaction. At first it became a practice, but now she's numb to it. Sometimes she wonder if she can do it like nuns do it, but she never heard of Catholic religion or sinner's redemption. That sounds foolish, and you can blame it on the mother for letting her boyfriend slide candy under her cover. 10 months before she was 10, he moved in, and that's when he touched her. This motherfucker is the fucking reason why Keisha rushing through that block away from Ludus Park. I seen her El Camino Park, and in her heart she hated there, but in her mind she made it where nothing really mattered. Still she hit the backseat, then caught a knife inside the bladder, left her dead raped in the street. Keisha song. My little sister 11, I looked her right in the face the day that I wrote this song, sat her down and pressed play.
Fancy girls on Long Beach Boulevard, flagging down all of these flashy cars. Fancy girls on Long Beach Boulevard, oh, flagging down all of those flashy cars.
Like sexual abuse when you're a child definitely leads, I mean, it's been, studied, it leads to, it can lead to increased promiscuity, and the idea of like only feeling like you need that sexual validation. But then in like, it's one of the other reasons why I think it should be legal is because of shit like that, like you dying from it. Because, when it's illegal, there are no protections for sex workers, coerced or not. I mean, there's no protections. So yeah, that's a hard song. But it's an important song, especially for a lot of young girls. Damn. Okay, next we have Rigamortis.
Alright, here we go, third take. Real quick, Ali. Got me breathing with dragons. I'll crack the egg in your basket, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson with madness. Now just imagine the magic I like to ask is don't ask for your favorite rapper.
He dead.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Church.
He dead.
I killed him.
Amen.
Bitch. And this is Rigamortis, and it's gorgeous when you die. I recorded and I'm Morpheus, the matrix in my mind. I'm out the orbit, you an orphan and a hairdresser combined. I'm on the toilet when I rhyme. If you the shit, then I decline. I climax where you begin and then I end on cloud 9. And that's important when you morph into an angel in the sky. And don't be forging all my signatures. My listeners reply and tell me that you biting style. You got a hell of an appetite, and I'm a beer for a while. Just buckle up before the ride, or knuckle up if you can fight. We always making them duck or die. A suit and tie is suitable, unusual, or suicide. CSI just might investigate this fucking parasite.
He did. Amen.
That's what they telling me. Aim it at your celebrity. This is studio felony. Pharaoh Gambi to many and cool enough for the 70s. Nigga, payback's a bitchin'. Bitch, you been living in debt with me. Dead I'm all in especially. Leave a call on his mother voicemail to say that he rest in peace. Big ol' chopper the recipe. Wrestling, that's irrelevant. Rather rest at your residence. Whistling to the melody. Couldn't think of a better D. Better be on your P and Q. It's just me, J-Rock, Soul and Q. Solar system and barbecue. Nothing else you can do.
He did.
Yup.
Amen.
I killed them.
He did. Amen.
Amen. Got me breathing with dragons. I'll crack the egg in your basket, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson. Don't ask who your favorite rapper.
He did.
Yup.
Amen.
I know.
He did.
For sure.
Amen.
Amen. Got me breathing with dragons. I'll crack the egg in your basket, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson. Don't ask who your favorite rapper. I rapped them and made them Casper. I captured the likes of NASA. My pedigree to fly faster. I passed the week to the pastor. We all are sinners. Once you sentence the Bible study faster. Yo, hypocrite is reaction of blasphemy. I assassin my casualty and it's casually done. And tell him my salary coming. Lump so 100s. Don't talk to me about no money. The sun is under my feet and I come in peace to compete. I don't run. If you athlete, my statistics go up in weeks and I go visit the nearest creek and I get busy. Yo, mini MC really ballistic. Anybody can see any assistance. Everybody to see some persistence. Recognize I be really too vicious. The permanent beast and the demolition. Bringing up the streets. Better partition. Better dot your T. Hannibal mention. How the fall you see. Putting my dick in the rap industry. Everybody bitching. Getting mad at me. Recognize Kendrick in a battery. And I'm charged up in a catastrophe. It's charged up in audacity. And y'all fucks never gonna hassle me. And y'all luck just ran out. You'll see.
He did.
Yup.
Amen.
I know.
He did.
For sure.
Amen.
Amen. Got me breathing with dragons. I'll crack the egg in your basket, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson. Don't ask for your favorite rapper.
He did.
Yup.
Amen.
I know.
He did.
For sure.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, yeah. So I just think that that was like a fun, like Kendrick just flexing, I'm good at this shit kind of thing. So yeah, that's kind of how I took the song. I liked it a lot. It was, his flow, like how fast he got, that was really impressive. It was hard for me to even just like keep up with just reading the lyrics because like they're right in front of me. But his flow was really, really great in that, and the beat was fun and interesting. Like, I felt like you could be looking at it was almost like a Tool song where if you look at two people listening to the song, they're both bobbing their heads to different rhythms, to different beats, but they're both on beat with the song because there's just so many things happening. That's how I felt with the song. I liked it. I liked it a lot. But I just felt like this was just like a fun, like, hey, I'm flexing kind of thing. So yeah. This next one is called Kush and Corinthians, featuring BJ the Chicago Kid.
Check. It go ride to it, cause you never know when a bullet might hit and you die to it. Live your life, live it right, be different, do different things, don't do it like he did, cause he ain't what you is, but we can win. Wait, let's get straight to the point, to the meaning of life. What's my purpose? Maybe this earth ain't a good place to be. How far is heaven? Let's see. Is it in the clouds like they said it would be? I wonder when I die, will he give me receipts? I wonder with the eyes of the Lord. Look at me. I'm a loser, I'm a winner, I'm good, I'm bad, I'm a Christian, I'm a sinner, I'm humble, I'm loud, I'm righteous, I'm a killer. What I'm doing, I'm understand that I'm human. Now people just ride to it, cause you never know when a bullet might hit and you die to it, die to it, die to it, die to it. Live your life, live it right, be different, do different things, don't do it like he did, cause he ain't what you is, but we can win. Wait, let's get straight to the point.
Yeah, right off the bat, I'm already liking this. Uh, you know, live your life, live it right. Because, yeah, you never know when you're gonna die. And that's just not even for like people who live in rough neighborhoods like Compton, where there is a lot of violence and death. I mean, you can die in a car crash, you can die of disease, you can die in a crazy other type of accident. I mean, there's literally a show, A Thousand Ways to Die. Like you can die at any point. But I think when you live in a place like Compton, where you're confronted with that mortality a lot more often, because I mean, whenever we lose somebody, it really makes us, get perspective on our life and our own mortality and how, especially when it's unexpected. So I just feel like that point's just hammered home for him growing up in Compton, a lot more. Be different, do different things. I'm getting like, just like be yourself. What's the meaning of life? What's the purpose? Maybe this earth ain't a good place to be. I've often wondered if earth is actually hell or something, or if maybe we're already in hell and we just don't know it yet. Like the bad place kind of thing. I mean, these are really deep philosophical questions that I think a lot of us ask ourselves and contemplate. I wonder when I die, will he give me receipts? I've wondered this often too. Like when I die, it's, like, am I going to get like a highlight reel or maybe like receipts, yeah, of like the good and the bad that I've done? Because we are all good and bad, just like he says, we're human. There's no wholly good, wholly evil. Like we are all complex. You might have more one than the other, but we're all imperfect creatures. So it's important to remember that.
But we can win. Wait, let's get straight to the point. It go 1, 2, 3, 2 in the front, 1 in the back seat. Looking for a victim of a AK-47, 100 round each. But why must we retaliate? Is it human nature? I don't know. I look for the answers later. Make a right, there they go. Sometimes gotta ride to it, cause you never know when a bullet might hit and you die to it. Live your life, live it right, be different, do different things, don't do it like he did, cause he ain't what you is, but we can win. Wait, let's get straight to the point. As I hope in this book and then burn up some of this reef for my plan is to figure out the world and escape all my demons. I'm dying inside, I wonder if Zion inside the heavens. A condom, a rolling chain, a fat blunt, and a Mac 11. It's all I see in my life and they tell me to make it right, but I'm right on the edge of Everest and I might jump tonight. Have you ever had known a saint that was taking sinners' advice? Well, it's probably you. Am I right? If I'm wrong, you a fucking lie. When I lie on my back and look at the ceiling, it's so appealing to pray. I wonder if I'm just a villain dealing my morals away. Some people look in my face and tell me don't worry about it. I give them back they deposit. No money, just total silence. I'm running, they say I'm wildin'. A youngin' with lack of guidance. There's hundreds of us with problems. More money, more drugs and violence. Look at the soul of an out of control artist that's dealing with life the hardest. That's all my life, but regardless, I'ma ride to it. Cause I never know when a bullet might hit me and I die to it. Live my life, live it right. Be different, do different things. Don't do it like he did, cause he ain't what I is, but we can win. Wait, let's get straight to the point.
Yeah, life can please you, but death can tease you. On the day Miko had that seizure, I lost one of my biggest believers. Close steps make you think about your life. Like if I had that same chance twice, what would I do different? Tell her I love her more, do more, but tease her about crying on that picture. Now when I'm done recording, swear I let the beat bang in her name. Make her shake her head in heaven, saying they get it again. Make them clouds turn to speak and take too much smoke from the love being in the room with her people. Now my love life murking me, family having surgeries, hated by people that chose for their life to be under me. Lord, what kind of life is this? Mama, I just wanna sing. Mama said, according to get everything, you gotta risk everything. So I'm smoking my Kush, reading Corinthians. Smoking my Kush, reading Corinthians. Smoking my Kush, reading Corinthians. Oh, smoking my Kush, reading Corinthians.
Yeah, oh, this song is dense. I like it. Why must we retaliate? Is it human nature? Like, violence begets more violence. Uh, yeah. And it's easy to want to do. I understand that. Wanting vengeance. I don't know the right answer to that. I mean, obviously, like, it's very idealist to say, don't seek vengeance. But then when somebody's taken from you that's like, very close to you, in that moment, I mean, fuck self-righteousness, fuck morals. Like, it's really hard to at least not think about it. Like, it's easy to not do it, I think, but I think it's really easy to think about. And, it's an understandable desire. Doesn't make it right, but it's understandable. And it's how, like, have you ever known a saint that was taking a sinner's advice, after, they tell me to make it right, but I'm on the edge. It's really easy to preach from your pedestal or your pulpit or your ivory tower. But if you're not in the shit, you really don't understand. And saints don't take sinners' advice. So why should we expect sinners to take the advice of saints? Is maybe what do you think he's kind of getting at? There's definitely should be like a middle ground. It's appealing to pray. I wonder if I'm just a villain dealing my morals away. Yeah, it's like it's appealing to want to be good. But when you are surrounded by, what's deemed bad, it's like a peer pressure thing, kind of an environmental thing, an internalizing thing. So, but I do see but there's always this effort, right? And I think that that's the key, is the effort to try to be good and to reflect. Some people look at my face and tell me, don't worry about it. I give them back, they deposit, no money, just total silence. And so that's saying, like, to say, well, don't worry about, I don't know, your morality or whether or not you're good, or don't worry about whether or not you'll get into heaven or you're living like a righteous, life. You have to just ignore those people because that's not the right advice. So I give them back their deposit, just total silence, essentially saying they're saying nothing. They've given you nothing, so you're giving them back nothing because that advice is essentially nothing. is what I'm getting out of that line. And then, yeah, just talking about close deaths make you think about your life. Like I said that earlier, and it just got kind of reiterated later in the song. Yeah, I mean, this was a good song. Next one is Blow My High, Members Only. I like the beat.
Smoking, I pouring up. Keep that lean up in my cup. All my car got leather and wood. In my hood, we call it book. Everybody wanna ball. I let bras at the mall. If he up, watching falls. I can't fuck with y'all.
Pussy ass hoe niggas.
I can't fuck with y'all.
Bitches all up in my business.
I can't fuck with y'all.
Industry of counterfeits.
I can't fuck with y'all.
Taking off when you landing. Bitch niggas gonna throw tantrums and I'm dancing on them stars. The galaxy ain't got room for y'all. Ain't nothing gonna happen soon for y'all. While I'm here and every day I hear your bullshit. Self-pity, reason why you never dealt with me. Reason why your girl dealt with me. Hands up in the building, we get busy and say R.I.P. Aaliyah. R.I.P. Yup. R.I.P. Aaliyah. R.I.P. Yup, that's exactly what this sound like. A to the A to the L-I-Y. A-H, give it up 2 times. They give it right back, don't blow my high.
Okay, so first thing is the deep voice effect. That's definitely something I remember him using in songs from Good Kid, Mad City. So he used it here first. And then the R.I.P. Aaliyah. So Aaliyah died. She was a singer, R&B singer, and she died in a plane crash when she was really, really young, kind of like at the height of her career. So I'm wondering if the sound, the music is a sample of Aaliyah's song, because when he said that and I started listening to the beat, it made me think it sounded familiar, like maybe it was an Aaliyah song, because I had listened to Aaliyah when I was young. So I think maybe he's sampling an Aaliyah song in here. I mean, that would make sense. Anyway, yeah, let's keep going.
A-H, give it up 2 times. They give it right back, don't blow my high.
Smoking, I pouring up. Keep that lean up in my cup. All my car got leather and wood. In my hood, we call it book. Everybody wanna ball. I let bras at the mall. If he up, watching fall. I can't fuck with y'all.
Pussy ass hoe niggas.
I can't fuck with y'all.
Bitches all up in my business.
I can't fuck with y'all.
Industry of counterfeits.
I can't fuck with y'all.
Look at my life to look at yours. Get some ambition while you bored. Time will never wait on no man. Society will never hold your hand. Niggas like to gossip like bitches. Got me thinking you don't like bitches. Wonder what's behind them Ray-Bans. Eyes of a coward, I understand. Niggas like to gossip like bitches. Sip down Perignon when we finish, we say R.I.P. Aaliyah. R.I.P. Yup.
So yeah, just talking about like, the people he doesn't fuck with, and the whole like don't blow my high makes me think of Good Kid, Mad City, bitch don't kill my vibe, right? But the society won't hold your hand. Yeah, that's something that's, I think, a problem a lot nowadays, is a lot of, especially with like, and I don't really mean to like call out the younger generation in this negative way, because I do think there's a lot of good things about Gen Z, but I tutor college math, and I see a lot of younger students who want a lot of hand holding in college. And so it's, part of what I do is get them out of that, because, it's not how college works. It's a very adult, independent type of education. And it's nothing like high school. And it's a huge transition, which is why I think, we need different educational policies, but that's another video. And then, dudes like to gossip like bitches. That is so true. Oh my God. I hear men gossip all the time. Yeah. Men gossip a lot, just like women. I mean, especially nowadays when like every bro has like a podcast. Like, how are you going to be out here preaching alpha male bullshit, gender roles when you're gossiping in a microphone? Like, you're not no alpha male. Like, if you're a podcast dude, I promise you, you're not and honestly, the whole alpha male thing, that's only for wolves in captivity. So, anyway, that's a whole side tangent. Just those lines made me think of those things. I know that's not what he's talking about here because the whole podcast thing is a sort of like a more recent phenomenon, not 2011 when this album was made, but yeah, guys gossip too. It's not just a woman thing.
R.I.P. Aaliyah. R.I.P. Yep. R.I.P. Aaliyah. R.I.P. Yep. That's exactly what this sound like. But never will I ever forget left eye. Roll up, put a ribbon in the sky, and a button on your lips. Don't blow my high.
Smoking, eye pouring up. Keep that lean up in my cup. All my car got leather and wood. In my hood, we call it book. Everybody wanna bow. I let browse at the mall. If he up, watch him fall. I can't fuck with y'all.
Pussy ass hoe niggas.
I can't fuck with y'all.
Bitches all up in my business.
I can't fuck with y'all.
Industry of counterfeits.
I can't fuck with y'all.
Now everybody sing this shit.
I'm sending him a foreplay. And I am close to it again.
Look at my life, then look at yours. Get some ambition while you bored.
Yeah, and then they talk about left eye. That's referring to, I mean, I'm sure most of the people watching this video already know, but Lisa Left Eye Lopez from TLC. I loved TLC when I was like a young girl. My aunt had all of like their albums. I listened to a lot of R&B when I was young because my aunt, we had TLC, we had Motown, we had Boys to Men, Bone Thugs and Harmony, like all those albums. Yeah, so we have a guest appearance. Yeah, I liked this one. I really liked the beat, I think, the most. I mean, the lyrics are good too, but I if I wasn't like reading the lyrics and like had them like right in front of me, I think I would have been distracted by the beat. Okay. Sit here with me. Hey, babe. Would you come get Harvey? All right. The next song is Absol's Outro featuring Absol. Jazzy. I like that.
What's your life about? Enlighten me. Is you gonna live on your knees or die on your feet? It's fire in the street. Fire in my swisher. Fire in between the two legs of your little sister. Just get a sip of this elixir before they crop us out the picture. I never seen a crop circle, but I seen cops circle the block. I plus squares, but I swear one day I'ma stop. My nerves itch. On the brink of my career, where my peers struggle for employment. Can you hear these screams? I'm Sam, ain't no kidding me. 1, 2, 3, 4 grams and a fifth of Hennessy. A bad bitch, fuck the penitentiary.
Section 80s, babies, play Ronald Reagan. We racing.
Lord forbid, the homie got wet, so we tryna soak it in. The president is black, but you can't vote for skin. You vote for the better man. Come to our show, you can see the diversity. Unify the people, they gon' peep it universally. We might not change the world, but we gon' manipulate it. I hope you participate in. Hey yo, Doc, won't you let these cats know? We knew we'd be here like back in '04. Started HiiiPower cause a generation needed a generator and a system made to disintegrate us. And all we do is a system. We're not victors, we're victims. The bigger picture isn't developed yet. Like, what if Keisha was celibate? Or what if Tammy came across a real man who didn't play games like children? My nigga cheated on his girlfriend with his girlfriend's girlfriend. Let the world in. And everybody tripping off 2012 and the extraterrestrial presence as well. Our future's but our future's not. That martial law shit drop, we gon' all get got. So keep that question mark on your face. Eat your fast food, use your fluoride toothpaste. Hide your feelings from the public, work your low 9 to 5. Don't forget to pay your tithes and thank God you alive.
HiiiPower.
And on another note, we focus like the Hubble telescope. So,
life is traffic jam. 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 Life is traffic jam.
So, initial thoughts. The president is black, but you can't vote for skin. I think maybe that's like a criticism of Obama. You know, I feel like he let a lot of, he let a lot of people down, but I think he in particular let a lot of black people down. I think black people put a lot of hope into the fact, oh, we're going to have a black president that's going to help us, equalize us, etc. And then that kind of never really came to fruition. Change really didn't happen, even though that was like his whole thing. He did a ton of drone strikes. He also, did a lot of deportations. Like, he was more of just the status quo. So I think that that's, a criticism. Come to our show, you can see the diversity. Like, our music hits to a wider audience of all ethnicities and backgrounds and stuff. We might not change the world, but we're going to manipulate it. So like art reflects life and life reflects art. So artists do have a lot of power to manipulate how we see things in the world. And so that's their power and they're trying to use it. We're not victors, we're victims. I think this is like the whole idea of, so in disability culture, there's this idea of like the poster child, where it's you prop up a person with a disability who's like achieved some great success. They're an Olympic medalist, they've opened some crazy business, they've achieved some metric of success. And so you hold them up as like this poster child, like, see, anybody can do it. And then you kind of use that to further marginalize and criticize disabled people who maybe can't meet that level of success. Like when somebody can't do something, that doesn't make them less. And I think that's what they're saying is like, yeah, we've made it out of this of Compton, of this like gang cycle of violence sort of thing. Like we've made it out. We're, you could prop us up as success and then say like, why doesn't everybody from Compton do that? And they're saying, no, we're still victims here. Don't hold us up as like this pull them up by your bootstraps victors in order to disparage people in our community who haven't done that. I think that's what that line is saying. And I think that that's very important. And then let the world end, everybody tripping off 2012, because there's, the whole idea that the world was going to end in 2012. The martial law shit drop. We gonna all get got. That line kind of hits different in 2025, I think. Particularly people in, LA and DC and a lot of places that, troops are like militarized troops are being deployed. And then, eat your fast food, use your fluoride toothpaste, hide your feelings from the public, work your 9 to 5. Don't forget to pay your tithes. And then as that line is, right after that line is being said, the saxophone sort of starts giving this very like dissonant sound, which I think is intentional, like the cognitive dissonance it requires to sort of participate in the status quo of society when it's all so fucked up and it doesn't make any sense and it's harming people. Yeah, this one's also got a lot of layers to it. I like it. We're gonna keep going. Oh, and sorry, no, we're not gonna keep going. I got one more thing to say. Uh, Life is like a traffic jam. And so, like in a traffic jam, you're stuck and it's extremely frustrating. You can't move forward. And so I feel like that's saying, like a lot of people in life, especially in America, especially if you're marginalized, you're stuck. And moving forward, or maybe upward, like upward mobility, or it could be moving forward in terms of like personal growth, whatever, but you're stuck. And it's in this traffic jam. So when you're in like a traffic jam, it can be really hard. You can't like just scoot on out of there. You're literally just stuck there by the confines of the sort of system that you're operating in, or the highway that you're operating in. So I think that that's what that is trying to say.
Life is a traffic jam. Life is a traffic jam. Life is a traffic jam. I wrote this because I was ordered to. People say I speak for Generation Y. Why lie? I do. Section 80. Your son to play me if radio won't. Daughters that just turned 1 to 21 listen to Kendrick. For instance,
what's your life about? Enlighten me. Is you gonna live on your knees or die on your feet? Take out that student loan and pay off your college degree and do exactly what you see on TV.
True story. Can you repeat that for me, soul?
What's your life about? Enlighten me. Is you gonna live on your knees or die on your feet? Is you gonna plead the fifth or sound the horn? The time is now, my child. Come on.
See, a lot of y'all don't understand Kendrick Lamar because you wonder how I can talk about money, hoes, clothes, God, and history all in the same sentence. You know what all them things have in common? Only half of the truth, if you tell it. See, I spent 23 years on this earth searching for answers. Till one day I realized I had to come up with my own. I'm not on the outside looking in, I'm not on the inside looking out. I'm in the dead fucking center looking around. You ever seen a newborn baby kill a grown man? That's an analogy for the way the world make me react. My innocence been dead. So the next time I talk about money, hoes, clothes, God, and history all in the same sentence, just know I meant it and you felt it, cause you too are searching for answers. I'm not the next pop star, I'm not the next socially aware rapper. I am a human motherfucking being of a dope ass instrumentation. Kendrick Lamar. Now fuck 'em up, Terrence.
So
Really loving the saxophone. The jazziness. Okay, we're back to the speaking around the fire.
I watch this fire that we're gathered around and see that it burns similar to the fire that's inside you. Section 80, Section 80, babies. A generation of bliss and disobedience. No, they can't control us. No, they can't control you. No, they can't control us. But we can control each other. We build our own world. If you don't leave with nothing else tonight, you will leave with knowing yourself. You will leave knowing that you represent something that's bigger than all of us. Our family. Heart, honor, and respect. This is you. This is me. And we are HiiiPower.
So lyrics, people say I speak for Generation Y. Why lie? I do. Generation Y being millennials, which is true. I mean, I'm a millennial. I'm only 4 years younger than Kendrick. So taking out that student loan to pay off your college degree and do exactly what you see on TV. I mean, there's like, yeah, it's the thing millennials, I think, especially have done is, going into all this student debt, doing exactly what we were told. Like you were told in high school, go to college so you can get a good job, so you can make a livable wage, and et cetera, et cetera. And then that promise never came to fruition for millennials, especially. And I mean, and now like Gen Z, a lot of Gen Z is doing the same, but a lot of them are seeing that and they saw what millennials are going through, and so they're electing to not go to college because they're like, what's the point? And I think that's why we see a lot of Gen Z's, you know trying to go like the influencer route, because they've seen the sort of lucrative success some influencers get, and they've seen the lack of success that a lot of previous generation, the millennials and, maybe older Gen Z have been dealing with. So curious to see how Gen Alpha responds to all of it. It's only half truth if you tell it. So I think it's saying like, I'm just speaking the truth, my truth, and that includes everything. I am a human being, and human beings are complex. My innocence has been dead. There's a lot of people that relate to that. And there's some people who are lucky enough to go through their whole lives without like their innocence ever being stripped from them by the world, essentially. Like they go through life and they've never experienced any kind of trauma or hardship. And I think if you go through life like that, it can, and especially if a lot of other people go through life like that around you, it can be really easy to not be, I guess, empathetic to those who have experienced a lot of trauma and hardship, who have essentially had our innocence stripped from us. And so when your innocence is stripped from you, you can, talk about things in a more, I think, you can talk about you can hold the good and the bad at the same time. I'm not the next pop star. I'm not the next socially aware rapper. I'm just a human I'm a human motherfucking being over a dope ass instrumentation. Yeah. I mean, I do think Kendrick is socially aware, but I know that's not like he's not wanting to be the one everybody looks to. There's a lot of people. I mean, I think anybody who has a good head on their shoulders doesn't want that. They don't want to be the person that everybody turns to for answers, because maybe they are the person who they should, but they also, I think he knows he's flawed, that he doesn't know everything, but also he is rapping over some dope instrumentation. And then the whole, they can't control us, they can't control you, but we control each other. We build our own world. And that's so true, especially like now as we are entering this like political climate and this, these economic and financial crises, the lack of like proper social safety nets and infrastructure in our communities. The way that we are going to get through this is through communities, is through leaning on each other. But part of leaning on each other is also checking each other. We have social contracts, and those social contracts can vary from community to community, from culture to culture. But that's how you survive. And I mean, of course, like Black people know this, I think, better than anybody in this country, because that's literally how they have survived for hundreds of years. I mean, this is studied sociologically. There's a study I read. It was about the way different like socioeconomic classes and cultures operate like economically, and in a lot of like poor Black communities, there's this idea of like exchange, like mutual exchange. And it's just something you kind of have to have when you're in that situation in order to survive. It's like if you're for you to survive, your neighbor has to survive, because you guys need each other. And that's something that I think a lot of like white middle class people, or upper class. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to even be white, because I think poor white communities can kind of do the same a little bit. Not as much though, I genuinely think, but I could be wrong. I mean, I grew up in poor, really white communities, and that really wasn't the case for us. So, just in my experience, I don't think white people know how to do this as well. And sometimes, like, you lean on people and you help people that you don't even like because, that's just how you survive. Like, this person might get on my nerves, but, they were here for me, and I don't know. Yeah, I think this song says a lot. I liked it.
Everybody put 3 fingers in
The next song's HiiiPower.
the air. Everybody put 3 fingers in the air. The sky's falling, the wind is calling, stand for something or die in the morning. Section 80, high power. Visions of Martin Luther staring at me. Malcolm X put a hex on my future, someone catch me. I'm falling victim to a revolutionary song. The Serengeti's clone. Back to put you backstabbers back on your spinal bone. You slit your disc when I slit you my dish. You wanted to diss but jumped on my dick. Grown men never should bite their tongue unless you eating pussy that smell like it's a stale plum. I got my finger on the motherfucking pistol, aiming it at a pig. Charlotte's Web is gonna miss you. My issue isn't televising. You ain't gotta tell the wise how to stay on beat because our life's an instrumental. This is physical and mental. I won't sugarcoat it. You'll die from diabetes if these other niggas wrote it. And everything on TV just a figment of imagination. I don't want a plastic nation. Dread that like a Haitian. Why you motherfuckers waiting? I be off the slave ship, building pyramids, writing my own hieroglyphs. Just call this shit high power. Nigga, nothing less than high power. 5-star dishes, food for thought, bitches. I mean, this shit is Huey Newton going stupid. You can't resist his high power. Throw your hands up for high power. Visions of Martin Luther staring at me. If I see it how he seen it, that would make my parents happy. Sorry mama, I can't turn the other cheek. They wanna knock me off the edge like a fucking widow's peak. And she always told me pray for the weak. Them demons got me, I ain't prayed in some weeks. Dear Lord, come save me, the devil's working on. He probably clocking double shifts on all of his jobs. Frightening, so fucking frightening, enough to drive a man insane. I need a license to kill. I'm standing on a field full of landmines, doing the moonwalk, hoping I blow up in time. Cause 2012 might not be a fucking legend, trying to be a fucking legend, the man of mankind. Who said a black man in the Illuminati? Last time I checked, that was the biggest racist party. So get up off that slave ship, build your own pyramids, write your own hieroglyphs. Just call this shit high power, nigga.
Yeah, so visions of Martin Luther King staring at me, Malcolm X put a hex on my future, someone catch me, falling victim to a revolutionary song. And then the next verse, he talks about like he has trouble turning the other cheek. So, he's once, or maybe his, he says his family would make his mama proud or make his family proud, for him to be more peaceful, like MLK, but he clearly like resonates more with Malcolm X. And then lots of just fun wordplay. I mean, he's just doing lots of fun wordplay. He's trying to be a legend, which I think, he has officially achieved now. But, back in 2011 when he was doing this album, I mean, he didn't know. I know he's like, there's this whole idea he's prophetic, but he didn't know what the future held, but he wanted to be a legend and, manifested that. He kept his eye on the prize. Who said a black man in the Illuminati? I'm wondering if this is like, because there's this whole like idea of like Jay-Z is Illuminati and stuff. So maybe this is like, hey, yeah, why would you say Jay-Z's in the Illuminati? They're, the people who are in those like high positions of power, who are the subjects of all those, conspiracy theories, like the power behind that comes from a lot of like racism. So why would they accept a black man? And I think if they did, it would maybe be like a sort of like a token thing. Like I think of Candace Owens and the Republicans, and she's kind of sort of finding that out now. But I also don't like fall for those Illuminati conspiracy theories. But, at the time they were really popping off. And this was kind of before the sort of Illuminati conspiracy theory sort of morphed into the QAnon conspiracy theory. So you get off this slave ship, build your own pyramids, write your own hieroglyphs, essentially like set your own destiny, carve your own path. That's what I'm getting out of that.
Call this shit high power. Nigga, nothing less than high power. 5-star dishes, food for thought, bitches. This shit is Bobby Seale making meals, you can't resist his high power. Throw your hands up for high power.
Never liked the system.
Who said a black man in Illuminati? Last time I checked, that was the biggest racist party. Last time I checked, we was racing with Marcus Garvey on the freeway to Africa till I wrecked my Audi. And I want everybody to view my autopsy so you can see exactly where the government has shot me. No conspiracy, my fate is inevitable. They play musical chairs once I'm on that pedestal. Frightening, so fucking frightening, enough to drive a man insane, a woman insane. The reason Lorraine don't sing, or Kurt Cobain loaded that clip and then said bang.
The drum it brains crazy.
Product of the late 80s, trying to stay above water, that's why we shun the Navy. Pull your guns and play me, let's set it off. Cause a riot, throw a model top. Somebody told me them pirates had got lost. Cause we been off them slave ships, got our own pyramids, write our own hieroglyphs. Just call it shit high power. Yeah, nothing less than high power. 5-star dishes, food for thought, bitches. This shit is Fred Hampton on your campus, you can't resist his high power. Throw your hands up for high power. Thug life. Thug life.
Yeah, and also I think too with the whole contrast between like MLK and Malcolm X, as he's also mentioning like Fred Hampton, and maybe he's saying something like, hey, the government's still out here killing us, out here exploiting us. Obviously, MLK's whole thing of peace didn't work. Maybe that means we got to try something a little bit more radical. But then also like, because we've been off slave ships, got our own pyramids, write our own hieroglyphs. It's black people have carved their own way in America. They created their, they have their own communities, they have their own culture, their own music, all of that, their own language, dialect, like AAVE, African American Vernacular English, is a legitimate linguistic dialect. There's some people that try to like stereotype it as bad grammar, but no, it's a linguistic dialect that's studied, and we understand where it came from and how it came about, because there's a lot of other videos on YouTube if you're really interested in that. But yeah, it's not speaking right. And then talking about, once they play musical chairs, once I'm on the pedestal, like once you're, especially if you're like a black man or a person who's just like speaking truth to power, when you're up there in the spotlight with wealth and influence over people, you become a target. And so he's anticipating, he's going to make it big. He's saying he's manifesting that. I'm going to make it big. And when I do, they're going to come after me, is essentially what I'm getting out of this song. Because, that's what history has taught him. why else would, I mean, what else would he think? So it's a reasonable thing to think because, that is how it has been. But yeah, that was, I think, yeah, that's the last song. So that's the last song on the album. I really liked this album. I didn't know what to expect, given that, this was his first full, like, official album and he was young. You like, I can see how he has, like, improved in his craft and his flows and his lyricism and his, like, vocal inflections, but also, like, even at, like, this very early stage of his career, you can still see, like, there's so much talent, so much ability there. He's already, like, speaking on important issues. Like, he's got some, like, fun songs, maybe I don't know if I'd say immature, but songs definitely geared for people in their, like, late teens, early 20s. But there's also, like, deeper stuff in there if you really listen to some of the lyrics. And yeah, very good. And also just, like, some consistency in his lyricism that I'm seeing, like, from this to what I know of Good Kid, Mad City, to what I know of, like, GNX and Mr. Morale. Like, there's some consistent, like, references, which I'm fully expecting to hear when I listen to the other albums in full. I mean, I've heard songs off of those. I've said this in other videos, but if this is your first video watching me, I have heard Good Kid, Mad City in full, and I've heard a lot of songs off of To Pimp a Butterfly and Damn. I just haven't listened to Pimp a Butterfly and Damn in full. So I'm going to do that on this channel. I'm also, because it's been requested, even though I've already listened to it, I will listen to Good Kid, Mad City on here. I've already heard that album, but I'll give you my thoughts on it. It'll also be nice to not have to, like, think so hard because I've already heard all the songs. So I can just kind of, like, easily go more into my thoughts and just really enjoy the music a bit more. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. I'm also just looking forward to the other albums as well, because this was good. There's some songs on here that I'm gonna like. ADHD, Ronald Reagan, Rigamortis was also just a fun vibe, and then like Kush Corinthians, Blow My Hot. Like, there's a lot of really good songs on here. No Makeup, Tammy's song. Like, there's some good things that he's speaking on, some deep things, some important issues that he's speaking on. His lyricism in this is obviously, I don't think it's as strong as Good Kid, Mad City or Mr. Morale or anything I heard in The Beef, or even some of the songs that I've heard on the other albums, but it's still, like, very strong. Like, it's still better than, like, I think a lot of rappers out there. And so, like, his, like, almost like his weakest is like somebody's best, like another person's goal for being his best. So I don't know, I think Kendrick is one of those people that's just kind of like a force to be reckoned with artistically. I really enjoyed this album. I liked a lot of songs on it. A lot of songs are going to be going on the playlist. I'm excited about the next one. I hope you liked some of what I had to say. If I missed anything or I misinterpreted anything, like always, please let me know in the comments. If you feel like maybe there's some, like, additional context that I need to know, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, thank you guys for going on this journey with me. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'm going to be checking out the other Kendrick albums. I've checked out Mr. Morale. It's on the channel. And also the Heart Part 5 music video. I'm also going to be checking out other artists. I'm going to be checking out Tyler, the Creator, J. Cole, Jid. There's some other ones that are in my comments that are on my list, but I don't remember them off the top of my head. I was also, like, I'm a huge Tool fan, rock fan. I was raised on rock and roll, so I was gonna put some videos just maybe analyzing some of my favorite Tool songs, offering my thoughts on what I think that they mean or maybe what they mean to me. So if that's something that interests you, please stay tuned. And then I also just put out other types of videos, rants, rambles, video essays, poems. I'm going to be putting out some painting stuff because I do paint. This channel is probably going to be pretty eclectic because I'm not a niche person, but I do hear my subscribers loud and clear of what they want, and they're wanting these Kendrick reactions, these other hip hop rap reactions, and sort of like analyses, commentaries. So I am going to do those. I mean, you're subscribed to me. It's absolutely the least I can do. But I am going to also just be putting out other stuff as well. So yeah, anyway, thanks. I'll see you guys next time.